Hi students, welcome to online class. So now in this video we are going to discuss about chapter 12 structured query language. See, in the last video we have discussed about the components of SQL. Components of SQL. I think you might remember about the DCL, TCL, DDL, DML and DQL. So now we are going to discuss about data types. So what is mean by data types? So in 11th standard itself we might have studied in C++. So data types means each and every data will have a particular type. Each and every data is different. So there are different types of data types. We have discussed fundamental, and then like that we have discussed derived data type, user defined data type, like that we discussed. So those are programming languages. But in SQL also we have some data types are there, like integer, float, real. What we have discussed in programming languages, the same data types will also come in database language SQL. See here, the data in the database is stored based on the kind of value stored in it. So the user is going to give some data. The user is going to give some data. So based on the data, based on the value what we are going to store. So each and every value will be different. For example, let us take, if I give for a name of the student, for example, name of the student is Adi. So if I give the name of the student as Adi, so the data Adi contains characters. So whenever I give the mark of the particular student, he scored 95 in Tamil, he scored 100 in physics. If I say like that, so 95 and 100 are the numbers, whereas the name of the student is Adi. So the three data I have given, so three data is different. First data is a character data, or else we can call it a string. But whenever I used to give the mark is a number, that is numeric. It may be an integer or any other type. So the data stored in the database is based on the kind of value what we are giving. So this is identified as the data type of the data, or by assigning each field a data type. So each and every field we used to give different data type. For example, whenever is a name data type, we can give string or character data type. Whenever they are entering the student's mark, so it may be an integer data type. Whenever we are finding out the average, it may be a floating point data type. So what we discussed in programming languages, the same thing here also we are going to see in database languages. So all the values in the given field must be of same type. So whenever we are giving one value for a particular column, so that column should contain the same data type for all the records. All the records we want to give the same data type, same type is given for that particular field. Whenever I used to give name of the student, that particular field should be a character, means in that particular field we want to enter only the character data. If I give number data, for example, if I give an integer value, it does not accept. Can you understand, students? Again I say, all the values in the given field, must be of same data type. Whenever we take a particular field, whenever we take a particular column, that column should contain same kind of values, that is same data type. For example, if I give the name of the student, so that particular field should be a character data type or string data type. If I give like that, I should enter only the characters. I should not enter the integer value or a floating point value. It does not accept that particular data. Right? Let us see some data types. So the ANSI SQL standard recognizes only text and number data type. So ANSI SQL standard means which was the SQL standard which was first it was developed. Then the American National, you know that American Standard Institute, they have given the SQL standard. So that particular standard recognize only two types of data. One is text and number. Whereas some other commercial programs, while some other commercial programs use other data types like date and time, etc. So commercial programs means which was developed in a latest manner. For example, there are several database languages like DB2, MySQL, SQLite. Like that, we have several database languages. So those languages will support the advanced data types such as date, time, and then whatever we like, all the data types are supported there, right? So the ANSI data types are listed below. So what are the ANSI standard data types? Means character, varchar. Varchar means variable character, and then varchar, then decimal in the sense which contains the number, then numeric, then integer. Like programming language we discussed, int stands for integer, then small int, then float, real, and then double. So these are the data types which are supported by ANSI standard. So we are going to see in detail about these data types. So let us see about character. What is mean by character? Character means fixed with string value. So it's a fixed string value. We cannot give more than that particular limit. So it is limited. So fixed with string value. So values of this type is enclosed within single quotes. Values of this type is enclosed within single quotes. For example, they have given you, see, anus. Anus will be written as. How it is written? Anus. Anu is written as. Anu is given in single quotes. Then S is given in a separate manner. Can you understand, students? See, character means fixed with this string value. There is some fixed with this given there. It may contain 10 characters allowed. How many characters are allowed? 10 or 14 like that. This much of characters is allowed. More than that is not allowed. So it's a fixed with. And then the character should be given within single quotes. For example, they are given Anus will be written as. Anus will be written as. Anu should be given in a separate manner within single quotes. Then S in a separate. Right? Then what is mean by varchar? Variable with the character string. Variable with the character string. So variable with the character string means here there is no size. This is similar to character, except the size of the data entry may vary considerably. So here the values are fixed. This much of characters is allowed. More than that it is not allowed. But varchar, variable character, that is variable with the character string. So the size is, here the size may differ with the character. You can give many characters, right? Then we are going to see about DEC. DEC means a decimal. DEC means decimal. So it represents a fractional number. Fractional number means we know very well. A number which contains the decimal point. With after the decimal point there will be some values. Those values are called fractional part. You might have studied in lower classes. So it represents a fractional number such as 15.12, 0.123, etc. So these numbers are called decimal numbers. Here the decimal number consists of two parts. What are the two parts? One is called precision and another one is called scale. One is precision and another one is called scale. What is mean by precision? What is mean by scale? Precision means to the left of the decimal point. You can see the digits which are in the left side of the decimal part. So those are called precision. So after the decimal point, that particular part is called scale. See here, the precision indicates how many digits the number may have. Sorry, total number of digits. Precision represents the total number of digits, whereas scale represents the digits which are after the decimal point. So first I told you in a wrong manner, so just to correct it. What is meant by precision? Precision means the total number of digits. The total number of digits, that is before decimal point, after decimal point. So total number of digits. Whereas scale means, scale represents the digits which are after the decimal point. So the maximum, see a scale indicates the maximum number of digits to the right of the decimal point. Precision indicates how many digits the number may have. For example, see here the size 5,2 indicates 5 represents the precision, 2 represents the scale. So always the scale cannot exceed the precision. The scale cannot exceed the precision. Can you understand, students? So decimal means that contains the fractional part. The fractional part numbers are called the decimal number. So it contains two parts. One is called precision and another one is called scale. Precision means how many number of digits the number can have, may have. That is called precision. Scale represents the numbers which are after the decimal point, that is right of the decimal point. The scale should not exceed the precision. So that is a very important thing. The scale should not exceed the precision. Right. Let us see the next data type called numeric. So numeric means we know very well. It is same as decimal except that the maximum number of digits may not exceed the precision argument. It is same as the decimal that the maximum number of digits may not exceed the precision argument. Right. Then next integer. Int means integer. So integer means we know very well. A number that does not contain decimal point. A number that does not contain decimal point is called integer. Right. Here the size argument is not used. Here there is no any other part. There is no precision, there is no scale, because the number will not contain decimal point. So there is no precision, there is no scale. Right. Integer means which contains only the whole number, that is without decimal point. Right. So that is called integer. The next small int. What is mean by small int? Small int means it is same as the integer, but the default size may be smaller than the integer. So we studied in the last year the integer has the range. What is the range of the integer? Minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Like that we studied for integer. Like that here small int, if I go for small int, so integer will have some particular range. So integer value can start from this particular point to this much. So this much of numbers can be stored in integer. So this is the range. Like that we have some range for integer. Small int means it is smaller than the integer. It is smaller than the integer. The size may differ. Right. For example, if the integer can accept the 10,000 number of values, it can accept 10,000. Then small int can accept only thousands of values. Right? Can you understand, students? It can store 10,000 numbers means small int can store only 1,000 numbers. So that is the difference between integer and small int. Then we are going to see about float. So float we know very well that contains the decimal number. So it may be represented in exponential form. Right? It may be represented in the exponential form, that is e power. See here, it represents a floating point number in base 10 exponential notation. So what is the exponential notation they have given? Base 10. So it represents a floating point number in base 10 exponential notation and may define a precision up to maximum of 64. So what is the precision? Maximum value is 64. So that much of precision it can accept. So it should not exceed 64. It should not exceed 64. Then you see real. Real is also same like as float. It is same as float except the size argument is not used. So in float we have precision and scale. whereas the real, there is no precision, there is no scale. Right? Size argument, that is scale alone is not available. It is same as float, except the size argument is not used and may define a precision up to maximum 64. So here also it is same as like float. The maximum precision value is 64. Then see the double. Same as real, except the precision may exceed the 64. So double means we know very well. It is double the float. It is double the float. The range of float is 7 digits. After the decimal point, it can accept 7 digits means, whereas double, it can accept 14 digits. After the decimal point, a floating point value can have 7 digits. Means, double can accept 14 digits. So, like that it will be different. Double, same as real, except the precision may exceed. Except the precision may exceed 64. Except the precision may exceed 64. Now we are going to see SQL commands and their functions. So we know very well, whenever we create the database, after creating the database, we want to create the table because the data is stored only in the table. So tables are the only way to store the data. Therefore, all the information has to be arranged in the form of tables. All the information has to be arranged only in the form of tables. The SQL provides a predetermined set of commands to work on the databases. So like we discussed in the C++ language, there are several syntax, there are several procedures, there are several keywords are used for programming. In C++ like that, in SQL language also, there are some several commands are there. Those commands are used to work in the database, SQL databases. So those are called predetermined set of commands. Predetermined set of commands. Right. Here these are the 4 things which are main in the SQL. So what are the 4 things? First is keyword. Like we discussed tokens. So tokens are the very important thing in programming language. The tokens are classified into 5 types. Is it right or not? So all those 5 things comes under the C++ language. Those are the basic elements in the C++. Like that here also we have 4 things. So those 4 things are the basic things in SQL. So what are the main 4 basic things? These are the building blocks, are the basic things, fundamental things, we can say like that. So first one is keyword. So what is mean by keyword? Keywords, they have the special meaning in the SQL. They have the special meaning in the SQL. They are understood as instructions. They are understood as instructions. Then what is mean by command? So command means these are the instructions given by the user to the database, also known as statements. So we are going to give the commands. For example, create, insert, update. Whenever the particular command is given, that command will give the instruction to the database to do the particular task. For example, create database. If I give that particular command makes the SQL to create the database with that particular name. For example, create database student. So the create database command is accepted by SQL, and then that command will make a database, will create a database named student. Right? So the commands are the instructions given by the user to the SQL database, also known as, it can be also called as statements. Then classes. What is mean by classes? They begin with the keyword and consist of keyword and argument. We are going to see in detail about classes. There are different classes are there. Where class, right? Like we discussed, there are different statements in C++. If else, nested if, like that. Here also some classes are there. Right? Where class, having class. We can discuss in detail in the upcoming videos. Then what is mean by arguments? Arguments are the values given to make the class to complete. So like we discussed in the C++, functions. Functions contains arguments. Arguments are the values. Right? Here also the arguments are the values given to make the class to complete. Right? I think you might have understood this. So we have discussed about the data types and the basic elements of the SQL database. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.